I'm Rachel Schneider, and this is your UT10 Sports Report. Before the big game Sunday night, the men's tennis team took on Denison University, and the Toledo Walleye faced off against the Brampton Beast. But first, the women's basketball team looked to take down the Falcons at Savage Arena on Saturday. Toledo held their annual Rockets for a Cure game to raise awareness for breast cancer. Sarah St. Ford got the Rockets started on the court, scoring the first bucket of the game with a contested shot in the paint. Later in the first period, Bowling Green's Sydney Lambert finds the basket to give the Falcons a 2-point lead. The second quarter was the Nakia Black show as she scored 11 points to help give the Rockets a 39-18 lead going into the half. Black continued her offensive dominance in the third, scoring the easy basket, giving her a career-high 24 points for the game. Kayla McIntyre joined in on the fun with 13 points and 13 rebounds, racking up the double-double. In the final seconds of the third frame, Tatiana Davis drains a three that lit up Savage Arena. In the end, the Rockets won the Battle of I-75, downing the Falcons 76-56 while helping fight breast cancer. To the ice, the Toledo Walleye faced off against the Beast from Brampton and looked to find their stride against this Canadian team, eh? As the polar vortex comes to an end, fans pack the Huntington Center to see the Fish take the ice. We go right to the action late in the first period as Greg Wolf lights the lamp on a rebound shot to put the Fish up 1-0. After the intermission, Justin Kia redirected this slap shot from Wolf to give the Walleye a 2-goal advantage. Brampton tried to get on the board, but goaltender Pat Nagel stopped the attack, racking up 38 saves in the game. The Walleye would go on to win the game 2-0 as Nagel recorded his second shutout of the year. Toledo will take on the Indy Fuel this weekend at home. Over to the courts, the Rockets took on the Denison Big Red in men's tennis. Toledo clinched the doubles point with victories from senior duo Luka Vitosevic and Omar Espinosa, defeating Kevin Brown and Blake Burstein 6-2 in the #1 spot. On to singles play, Vitosevic would win his match in straight sets at the #1 spot, while at the 2 spot, Danilo Vukotic went into a thrilling tiebreak with Denison's Mitchell Ty. Vukotic can clinch the first set 6-4, dropping the second set 5-7 to tie. Vukotic rallied back with a 10-6 win in the third set super tiebreak. Toledo was victorious, winning the overall match 6-1.
Well, I mean, we punched them in the mouth in doubles. I really liked that start. Came with a lot of energy. We did some things tactically that we wanted.
The men will be back in action on February 15th as they go head-to-head against Youngstown State. That's it for sports.
I love it when we win the Battle of I-75.
Me too, Marla, and you know that is the 7th time in a row. The Rocket football team traveled to Ypsilanti to face off against the Eagles on Saturday, while the soccer team had a long game against Kent State at Scott Park. But first, the volleyball team took on the Ohio Bobcats in a grueling 5-set thriller at Savage Arena on Saturday. Toledo's Carly Townsend set up a kill for Chloe Klespies in the first set, followed by a hammer from Ohio's Jamie Kosorek. Zoe Burnbrick made a kill, putting the Rockets up 20-17. On to the second set, a kill by Ohio's Lizzie Stevens lit up the court. Marissa Leonard had a nice dig, setting up this play for Townsend. The Rockets would fall 25-23. Klespies and Burnbrick fired back on the offense in the third set, while the fourth set was stolen with plays by Ohio. Toledo would finally overpower Ohio in the fifth set, taking a lead early on and securing the match 15-12. To Scott Park, the Rocket soccer team looked to strike gold against Kent State on Sunday. It was a defensive battle early for the Rockets as they tried to put the ball in the net, setting up 8 unsuccessful scoring attempts in the first half. Hannah Scafaria and Sophia Lewis almost had the answer late in the first half, but couldn't find the back of the net. On to the second half, Toledo continued the fight against the Golden Flashes, limiting them to 1 shot on goal. Take a look at this. Multiple Rockets had a shot at the net, but came up empty. The game was tied 0-0 going into overtime. Both teams failed to get a shot on goal before the clock struck 0 for the last time, as the match would end in a draw.